Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Firewood at the Furnace. My name is Brad, and today we are going to follow up on what we did in last Wednesday's video, bringing all them logs to the yard from the furnace, and we've got to get everything bucked up. It is a wet, soggy morning here in Maryland. Cloud cover. We had rain all night, so it's a little sloppy in the yard. I'm sure you can see back there the water, standing water laying on the ground, but things have got to get done despite the weather. Got a couple buddies coming over here today. They're going to help buck up these logs that are in the yard, which I'm going to take you a walk around and show you what we've got laying here in just a minute. But a couple surprises for you today, some guest appearances, and we're going to get all this wood cut up. So they haven't arrived yet, but they should be here shortly, and we're going to bring all that to you today, so stick around. Everybody has arrived, and before I show you who they are, I just want to let you know that a special delivery came with one of the people. You see some real saws laying on the ground there. And look at this. A trailer load of IBC totes arrived, courtesy of WD-30 and all these other characters that are here with us today. So if you don't know, there's Jack from Log Cabin Firewood. Joe Gilbert, my good friend with the mini excavator that you can see is here. Don Scheib needs no introduction. Woo! WD-30 and Ken Bauer from Ken's Cuts. So these are the cutters today along with myself, and we've got a lot of wood. We'll take you around here shortly and show you where the different piles are. I think we're just going to spread out, let the saws eat, and see what we can get done. Anybody got anything they want to say?
Cheers.
Cheers. Woo! So just a quick walk around before we get all the saws fired up here. This is some of the bundle wood that I've got piled up next to the axis. This is mostly ash. There's a little bit of poplar mixed in there. Straight barkless stuff. And then over here next to the 1222, we've got a load of pin oak laying here to get bucked up. And as we walk down row one here, just show you what all we've got to do today. A couple loads of ash logs are laying here. You can hear the slopping probably in the microphone, how muddy it is. And then a load of really good looking cherry logs laying here. We're going to keep the cherry logs, or the cherry rounds, separated. Everything else will just be mixed. Then over here in the next row, we've got some oak, some white oak, some red oak laying here. And then more ash logs are on this side. As we work over to the last row, we've got a pile of oak, ash, maple, birch. So all this will get worked on today as well. So I'm thinking there's about 8 cord total laying in the yard here right now. We'll get all this bucked up, give us a real good head start, and there'll be another load or two coming in once the ground dries up a little bit. Tree service can't really do much right now being so muddy without tearing up people's yards. So some jobs are postponed, but we've got our work cut out for us as it is. All right, Joe is set up on this great big piece of ash here. This is something that I was in one of the loads of tree service wood that came. It's a little big and a little larger than I'm normally dealing with. I couldn't even move this with the skid loader, just had to kind of slide it around, roll it around. But he's got her stood up here, and I think we can get a couple rounds out of that crotch here, one off of here and one off of here. And then I might take a big cut off the backside and save that for my buddy Jeffrey's 37D and see what that can do. So it looks like there's a little bit of metal right here, wire sticking out. So we'll avoid that, but the 500i is warming up and I'm getting ready to cut this now. Well, we're going to take a break from recording here for a few minutes because a band of rain is coming through. Will is over there cutting off the excavator. Ken's back there cutting on his pile. Shive's cutting on the cherry. And Jack has been working on this pile of ash, and he is getting ready to sharpen his saw. I just sharpened mine too. But we can't get away from this rain. So I'm going to put the camera away for a few minutes and hopefully get it back out here once this little shower passes by. Well, the rain has passed. It rained pretty steady there for about 45 minutes to an hour. And we're taking a little break. We've all been working the whole time, whole morning. The sun almost tried to make an appearance here a minute ago, but the clouds are back, so hopefully the sun does break through. Joe, how's it going over there, Ken?
Good.
You running the 660?
I am. Time to sharpen the chain.
Yeah, I already had to sharpen mine. I think you got the biggest pile over there out of everybody. So
he had some pretty stout stuff, so I went over there.
when we get done here, we'll have 2 or 3 guys over there to help clean up that pile. Also, Shive got all the cherry done down there. It's a really good looking stack of cherry, and Jack got that pile of ash done over here. The pin oak is done, and it does stink. Working on this bundle ash now. So, what's everybody think about the weather?
It's great.
Sun's out.
It's Maryland.
It's Maryland. What time is it?
1/4 past the freckle. 1/4 past lunch.
Are you still recording?
Yeah,
I got 11:18.
11:18.
Have you guys signed up and registered for the fellowship yet? If you haven't, over here there's going to be a QR code. Make sure you guys check it out. Firewood@thefurnace.com if you don't want to scan this. Register. Let us know you're coming. We hope to see you here.
Wow, that was a great plug there, Jack.
Yeah, gotta get the plug in.
Wow. So, little candid stuff here. I'm not gonna edit any of this out. I figured I'd just, while everybody's here talking, I'd just record a little bit. And if anybody says anything that I do have to edit out, I'll just edit it out. What do you think?
Mr. Shive?
Just
Yeah.
bleep.
I would probably be the one to say it.
Probably.
But yeah, so far so good. 500 eyes ripping.
How about the Husky there, Will?
Well, he got it running.
The Husky is running today.
The Husky decided it was a good day to run. So,
Now he's over there working on a pile himself. Joe worked with him for a little while with the excavator. And now he's helping Ken out. What is that stuff over there? It's some kind of birch.
it's like river birch.
River birch.
It smells amazing when
Yellow
it burns.
birch.
Is it good for heating or is it not good for
for
heating?
heating.
River
The
birch is
BTUs.
one of the most sought after heating woods. There
That's-
is.
It's the first time I've had it here in the yard.
Yeah, it's very lucky score.
Very papery. The bark is.
Yeah, I noticed the bark was really.
actually
Yeah, there's
be
a ton of it in there.
Smells so good.
There's like 10 different
Does it?
species.
The 66 was chewing right through it.
Good.
And then I nicked his thumb, and that was the end of it.
Well, also, just so you know, come on over here, Ken. Ken brought a gift today. What'd you make for us?
I made 6.5 pounds of pulled pork, and I brought some homemade salsa that I made this summer. So we're gonna have lunch here in a little bit.
Yeah, so lunch is provided by Ken's Cuts here. It's in the house, and my mom's keeping it warm in the oven for us. I'm debating on when we want to eat because at Hope, after lunchtime productivity. Wouldn't you agree?
Not me. I was ripping it.
Okay.
That was the chili.
I was picking all that good stuff up.
So, no, all kidding aside, whenever you guys get hungry and want to eat, we will eat. I'm sure
I
it's
was
in
gonna
there
say
ready.
Maybe we'll sharpen chains and get a bottle of water and either
Yep,
then
there's a
stop
whole
for lunch.
case of water over there. All right, well, we're going to sharpen chains, we're going to eat, and we'll come back with some more here shortly. Woo! All right, I was wondering. Look at that. The sun is showing itself. I'm instantly happier.
Nice. 35,000. So it eats a little bit better.
Well, we already ate lunch, and Shive is doctoring on Ken's saw. the 066, getting it sharpened up for him. Everybody's bellies are full and the food was delicious. Thank you, Ken.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate that. Will is sharpening his saw. If he gets it really, really sharp, the only thing he's got to worry about after that is getting it started. So once we get going again, we'll have some more footage for you. We have made quite the mess here today. The yard is muddy, it's a mess, but it will be squared away and straightened out probably tomorrow. I'll come over here tomorrow and get all this looking the best way I can make it look, considering the circumstances. But all of this wood is bucked up, and I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I am exhausted. But it's all done. Every bit of wood that we had here in the yard is now cut. Joe helped with the excavator. Ken, Shive, Jack, Will Davidson, and myself were just ripping through this wood all day long today. And everything that's currently in the yard is now cut. Now I'm going to be bringing in another load or two in the next week or so once this ground gets dried out a little bit. But we're figuring probably about 8 or 9 cords is here cut up now to be split. This cherry down here is primo. Shive started on this pile this morning and it is good looking stuff. So everything else, like I said, will be mixed in the stacks, but the cherry will be the only species that I'm gonna keep separate. So Joe already loaded up his excavator. He headed out. We had an unexpected visitor to the yard. We did a little tour of the furnace. You see the picture here of us all down at the Principio furnace. It's right here in the backyard. And we just got back. This load here of cutoffs, crotches, and cookies is going to Jack's house. He wants this load so he can play with that. So we're gonna go dump that at Jack's house right now. But here's everybody that's left. Like I said, Joe did leave already. He had to get loaded up and get going, but what's everybody think? Here, we'll pass the microphone around.
Oh man, I'll start over. Here,
Yes.
you go.
Oh, it was a good day. The Husqvarna, it ran. It didn't run
Until it
well
didn't.
until it didn't. It didn't run well enough for me to keep it. So it will be getting sold. If you want to contact me, go to my channel. My email is on there. If you want it, it is up for sale currently. So
Even after the Shive Sharp?
even after the Shive Sharpen, it is up for sale. You will
How
get.
much you had to drink?
enough.
Shive, sharp chop.
Shive, sharp job. There you go.
That's what I said.
Anyways, you will be getting a 28-inch bar, 3 28-inch chains, a 24-inch bar, 24-inch bar and chain, and then 20-inch bar and chains.
Okay, time's up.
There you go.
I can't believe we got everything cut before 2 o'clock today.
Yeah.
The 500 eyes and the 66 were ripping and rocking and rolling. Awesome time. I'm glad Brad let me come out and play.
I was at the Hope event a couple weeks ago and told Brad that I would be here, and I'm here. 4.5 hours, everything's cut. I'm totally overwhelmed and exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
I think we're all going to be feeling it in our backs here. But we cut, Brad thinks it's 8 cord or so, but we did really well. We did really well. And WD saw did cut pretty good when I sharpened it. So you're getting a good saw. It still runs really well for what it is, Husqvarna. So, but Brad did show you around. We got a lot done, and like Ken said, 4 hours. We did really, really well. So I'm just waiting for Jack to get this stuff and see what he does with that. So I think his boiler buddy's going to be getting a lot of wood. So,
But not sycamore.
no sycamore. You'll be seeing that on my channel. I hate it.
So, just to change gears and get serious for a minute, this is what happens when you have a YouTube channel and you not only, everybody worries about the subscribers and their watch hours, but you actually make a lot of friends along the way. And these guys right here all volunteered to be here today, not only to help me cut this wood, but to cut this wood for you all, so that when you come here on the 28th for the fellowship, that you can have the best experience running all the splitters that are going to be here. So we are
Total
8 splitters will be here total. Yep. So thank all of them. I personally am thanking all of them. I would have been here for 4 or 5 days trying to get this done and losing my mind, but we did it in a little over 4 hours. And like I said, there'll probably be a little bit more wood coming between now and then, but I should be able to keep up with that. And Jack lives close enough that if I get panicked, he'll be here. I know he will.
Definitely.
So that's it for today. Again, thanks to all these guys, and thank you to Joe for having the excavator here. That was a huge help. And keep watching the channel. If you haven't registered, register so we know you're coming. And time is getting close. See y'all next week, everybody.